Have you ever wondered why some people seem to be angry at you for no clear reason? You try to be kind, you speak with respect, yet there are still those who treat you with frustration, resentment, or even hostility. It can be confusing and painful, especially when you don't understand what you did to deserve their anger. But the truth is, most of the time, their anger has little to do with you and everything to do with what's going on inside them. Anger is a powerful emotion. It can come from past wounds, deep insecurities, or even personal struggles that have nothing to do with the person being targeted. Sometimes, people don't even realize why they feel the way they do. They may assume their anger is justified, when in reality, it is fueled by their own inner conflicts. The way people treat you is often a reflection of what is happening in their own hearts. In this video, we will uncover 7 deep truths about why people feel anger toward you. These truths will help you see things from a new perspective, giving you the strength to rise above negativity and navigate difficult relationships with wisdom. By understanding the real reasons behind people's emotions, you will be able to protect your own peace, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and move forward with clarity. So, if you have ever struggled with someone's unexplained anger, keep watching. By the end of this video, you will have a deeper understanding of human emotions and the tools to handle such situations with strength and grace. And before we continue, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Deen Explorers for more powerful Islamic content. 1. People feel threatened by your success. Success is a beautiful gift from Allah, but not everyone around you will celebrate it. Sometimes, the very people you expect to support you, friends, family, or colleagues, might react with anger or resentment instead of happiness. You may have noticed this in your own life. The moment you start achieving something great, some people around you become distant, irritated, or even openly hostile. This reaction is not because you have done anything wrong, but because your success reminds them of their own struggles, insecurities, and unfulfilled dreams. They see in you what they wish they could be, but instead of using it as motivation, they allow jealousy and anger to consume them. This is not something new. It has been happening throughout history. Even the prophets faced opposition and envy from those who felt threatened by their wisdom, strength, and nearness to Allah. When you rise above challenges and start making progress, people begin to compare their lives to yours. They may wonder why you are succeeding while they are still stuck in the same place. Instead of looking within themselves and working hard to improve, they choose the easier path, resentment. The human heart can sometimes struggle to accept another person's growth, especially when it shines a light on one's own stagnation. This is why jealousy is so dangerous. It blinds a person from seeing their own potential, and instead makes them focus on bringing others down. No one has the right to question why someone else is successful, because it is Allah's wisdom and mercy that distributes blessings. If someone is feeling anger towards you because of your success, it is not really about you. It is about their own struggle with faith and trust in Allah's plan. So, how do you deal with this? First, never dim your light just because it makes others uncomfortable. Allah has blessed you with talents, opportunities, and achievements for a reason. You are meant to use them, to grow, and to help others in whatever way you can. If someone feels threatened by your success, that is their own battle to fight. Do not shrink yourself just to fit into their comfort zone. Instead, stand tall, keep moving forward, and trust that Allah is with you. Second, remain humble. Success should never make you arrogant or boastful. Always remember that everything you have is from Allah, and it can be taken away in an instant. Thank Him for your blessings and continue to work hard. When you remain grounded and humble, it becomes harder for others to justify their anger towards you. They may still feel threatened, but they will not be able to accuse you of pride or arrogance. Lastly, respond with kindness. If someone is showing resentment towards you, do not react with the same negativity. Instead, show them love, understanding, and encouragement. Remind them that Allah's blessings are limitless and that their time for success will also come if they remain patient and work hard. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the best example of this. Despite facing jealousy and hatred, he never responded with anger. Instead, he prayed for his enemies and continued spreading love and wisdom. Remember, your success is part of your journey. You are not responsible for how others react to it. Keep growing, keep striving, and keep trusting in Allah. Those who truly love you will celebrate with you, and those who feel threatened will either learn to accept it or remove themselves from your path. Either way, you must continue moving forward. Your success is written by Allah, and no one can take away what He has destined for you. Stay focused, stay humble, and let your success inspire others instead of allowing their negativity to discourage you. 2. They feel hurt by something you said. Words are powerful. They can heal a broken heart, but they can also wound someone deeply. Many times, people feel anger toward you not because of who you are, but because of something you said, even if you never meant to hurt them. Human hearts are fragile, and even the smallest words can leave deep scars. Sometimes, what seems like an innocent comment to you might feel like an attack to someone else. This is why Allah and His Messenger, peace be upon him, emphasized the importance of speaking with kindness and wisdom. When someone is angry at you because of your words, take a moment to reflect. Did you unintentionally say something that hurt them? Did your words come across in a way you did not intend? Or is the problem within them, where they are choosing to be offended because of their own emotions and insecurities? There are times when no matter how carefully you speak, some people will still take offense because they are dealing with their own inner struggles. Instead, they should be full of wisdom, love, and understanding. But despite our best efforts, misunderstandings still happen. People have different levels of emotional sensitivity, and what might be a joke to you might feel like an insult to someone else. However, there will also be times when people are offended for no reason. You might have spoken the truth, but because it was difficult for them to hear, they chose to react with anger instead of reflection. This is common when people are confronted with their mistakes or when they do not want to accept responsibility for their actions. In such cases, do not let their anger shake you. Stand firm in your truth, but remain respectful. Another important lesson is to choose silence when necessary. Not every thought needs to be spoken, and not every truth needs to be shared at the wrong time. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us that sometimes silence is the best response. If your words do not bring benefit or healing, it is better to remain silent than to speak and cause unnecessary harm. At the same time, do not live your life constantly afraid of offending people. If you always walk on eggshells, you will never be free. The key is balance. Speak with wisdom, avoid unnecessary arguments, and if you hurt someone unintentionally, be humble enough to apologize. But if their anger is unreasonable, let it go and move forward with a clean heart. People's emotions are complicated. Some will forgive you, and some will hold on to anger no matter what you do. Your duty is to speak with kindness, be mindful of your words, and when misunderstandings arise, handle them with patience and wisdom. Do not let the anger of others control your peace. If you have done your best to be kind and fair, then leave the rest to Allah. Keep your heart pure and continue to speak words that uplift, inspire, and heal. 3. They are holding a grudge. Sometimes people feel anger toward you not because of anything you did recently, but because they are still holding on to something from the past. They have buried resentment deep in their hearts, refusing to let it go. Even if you have moved on and forgotten about the situation, they are still carrying it with them, allowing it to turn into bitterness. This is why their anger feels unexpected. You may not even realize they are still upset. Holding grudges is a heavy burden. It poisons the heart, clouds judgment, and stops a person from experiencing peace. Instead of resolving their emotions and letting go, Some people choose to keep replaying past events in their minds, making themselves angrier over time. Even when you try to make peace, they refuse to accept it because they have allowed their grudge to define how they see you. If someone is angry at you because of an old grudge, understand that their anger is not about you anymore. It is about them. It is their choice to hold on to the past, even when they have the power to move on. You cannot control their emotions, but you can control how you respond. It is also important to remember that some people hold grudges because they enjoy feeling like a victim. They refuse to let go because it gives them a sense of control or superiority. No matter what you do, they will always find a reason to stay angry. In such cases, do not waste your energy trying to fix a problem they do not want to solve. Instead, protect your peace and leave their healing to Allah. 4. They feel insecure around you. Insecurity is one of the biggest reasons people feel anger toward others. When someone feels insecure around you, they may not even understand why they are upset. They just know that your presence makes them uncomfortable. Maybe it's because you have something they wish they had: confidence, success, kindness, intelligence, or faith. Maybe you remind them of their own weaknesses, and instead of improving themselves, they choose to direct their frustration toward you. Insecurity makes people compare themselves to others. It makes them focus on what they lack, instead of being grateful for what they have. This is why they feel uneasy when they see you thriving. Deep down, they may wish to be like you, but instead of learning from you or seeking inspiration, they let jealousy and resentment take over. They may criticize you, mock you, or try to bring you down just to make themselves feel better. But the truth is, no matter how much they try to belittle you, it won't fill the emptiness inside them. Some people will have more wealth, others will have more knowledge, and some will have stronger faith. But we are not meant to envy each other. We are meant to be grateful for what we have and strive for self-improvement. If someone is angry at you because of their own insecurity, remember, it is not about you, it is about them. You are simply a mirror reflecting their own fears and weaknesses. Instead of taking their anger personally, feel sorry for them. They are battling an internal struggle that has nothing to do with you. But what should you do when faced with this kind of anger? First, never shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. Do not dim your light just because it shines too brightly for someone else. Allah has given you strengths, talents, and qualities for a reason. Use them to fulfill your purpose. Do not let someone else's insecurity make you feel guilty for being who you are. Second, respond with kindness. Instead of feeding their negativity, show them patience and understanding. Sometimes, a kind word or a gentle attitude can soften a hard heart. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was always kind to those who opposed him. Even when people were rude or hostile toward him, he remained calm and compassionate. He knew that their anger often came from their own struggles, not from anything he had done. 5. They are going through personal struggles. Sometimes the anger people direct toward you has nothing to do with you at all. They are simply going through something difficult in their own lives, and their pain spills over onto those around them. When a person is overwhelmed with stress, sadness, or frustration, they often take it out on others without even realizing it. You might just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Think about how you feel when you are having a bad day. Maybe you are exhausted, frustrated, or carrying a burden no one else can see. When someone says something small, it might irritate you more than usual. You may even respond in a way that you later regret. Now imagine how many people around you are feeling this way every single day. Life is full of challenges, financial struggles, family problems, health issues, or emotional pain. Not everyone knows how to deal with their emotions in a healthy way, so they release their frustration by lashing out at others. Also, remember that just as others struggle, so do you. There may have been times in your life when you were hurting, and you unintentionally hurt others with your words or actions. You would hope that others forgive you for those moments, so extend the same mercy to others. Sometimes, a small act of kindness can change everything. If you notice someone who is always angry, instead of avoiding them, try showing them kindness. Ask how they are doing, offer them a smile, or say a kind word. You never know what burden they are carrying, and your kindness might be the thing that lightens their load. 6. They feel you are taking advantage of them. One of the most common reasons people feel anger toward you is when they believe you are taking advantage of them. Whether or not this is true, their perception is what shapes their emotions. They may feel like you only reach out when you need something, that you don't appreciate their efforts, or that you fail to reciprocate the kindness they show you. Even if your intentions are pure, if someone feels used, resentment begins to build in their heart, eventually turning into anger. This kind of anger often grows silently. At first, they might not say anything, hoping you will realize it on your own. But as time passes and they feel their efforts are not being valued, their frustration starts turning into bitterness. They begin to see every interaction with you through the lens of suspicion, questioning your words, doubting your sincerity, and assuming that you only care about what they can do for you. In such cases, do your part by showing gratitude, but don't burden yourself with guilt over something you haven't done. Some people will always assume the worst, no matter how kind you are. The key is to stay true to your intentions and let go of unnecessary guilt. At the end of the day, relationships thrive on balance. No one likes to feel used, and no one likes to feel unappreciated. If someone is angry because they feel taken advantage of, acknowledge their feelings, express gratitude, and make adjustments if needed. But do not carry the weight of their resentment if you know in your heart that you have been sincere. Maintain fairness in your dealings, and leave the rest to Allah. The people meant to be in your life will stay, and those who let anger consume them will eventually distance themselves. Stay honest, stay grateful, and always strive for balance. 7. They are simply in a negative mood. Sometimes people feel anger toward you for no real reason at all. They are simply in a negative mood, overwhelmed by their own emotions, and they take it out on whoever is around them. This has nothing to do with you, your actions, or your words. It is just their own inner struggle manifesting as irritation, frustration, or even hostility. Think about a time when you were in a bad mood. Maybe you were stressed, tired, or upset about something unrelated. But when someone spoke to you, their words irritated you more than they should have. Even if they meant well, you found yourself reacting sharply or feeling annoyed. This happens to everyone. Negative emotions cloud your judgment and make us respond in ways that we later regret. People often regret how they behave when they are in a bad mood. If you react with anger, the situation escalates and unnecessary conflicts arise. But if you respond with patience, you create space for understanding and peace. A simple kind word, a moment of silence, or even walking away can prevent an argument from turning into something bigger than it needs to be. However, this does not mean you should tolerate ongoing negativity from someone who constantly takes out their frustration on you. If someone is always treating you poorly because of their moods, it is okay to set boundaries. Protect your peace, and do not let their negative energy drain you. At the same time, practice self-awareness in your own life. Just as others can take out their bad moods on you, there may be times when you do the same to others. Be mindful of how you treat people when you are feeling frustrated, and if you ever hurt someone with your words or actions, do not hesitate to apologize. Kindness, patience, and understanding have the power to change even the hardest hearts. Instead of reacting with frustration, respond with wisdom. Not only will you protect your peace, but you may also inspire others to change their ways. If this video helped you see things differently, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Deen Xplorers for more valuable Islamic insights. Your support helps spread knowledge and positivity. May Allah bless you with patience, wisdom, and strength in every situation.